Welcome to Centauri Stir Fry here. Today, we're talking about Thor, XM Studios quarter scale Thor. Now, okay, I've had this for a little while. Okay, I haven't actually had it displayed yet, so I busted it out. We're gonna take a look at it, and I know it's been done, but I'm gonna go over it again because it's freaking metal. Is what this piece is. It's an awesome thing, man. I love it. Now, it's debatable, but Thor is better. There's the classic sideshow mixed media piece, which I think is double metal. I love that piece, but I don't have it, and wasn't willing to spend that kind of money on it. And the mixed media, to be honest with you, I don't know. It's just the old days. They were a little thicker. It's still cool. I still like the pose. I think that's freaking awesome, and the texture on the helmet and the cape is amazing. The latest Thor, the one with the modern plating and all that stuff, was one of the earlier pieces that I ordered from Sideshow, and when I got it, it was just junk, so I had to give it back, and it really sucks because the very first Sideshow piece I ever had, quarter scale, was the Destroyer from the Thor the movie, which I still have, and it's also in storage. So one of these days, I'm gonna bust it out and do a size comparison. Which really sucks. I'm one of those people that has a couple things in storage, and it's shameful. It's very shameful. It's like beating up puppies or something. Okay, so here we go. I decided to get this, and I've had it for a little while. Like I said, not too long, not incredibly long, but I love this piece. I think it's great. It's freaking tall, and it's freaking wide. This cape is just, it's all encompassing. Now, there's one thing to be said about this. It's very simple. There's really not a whole lot to it. The base is for XM, it's very simple. It's just a rock base. If you can see this at all down here, I'll get closer. It's a simple base. It's a simple pose. There's quite a few options. There's the spinning hammer. There's a hammer for that, and there's like another hammer for that. The spinning hammer. This 3 heads. 2 sets of wings to apply, but really there's some really good work on it. But really it's kind of like, and I've said this before when I saw pictures of it, didn't see it in hand, that this thing is like a quarter scale Bowen piece. Which, that's kind of what it is, folks. It's a giant Bowen piece. And Bowen makes some really good, or they used to make some really good pieces. I have Loki. I really just all have as Guardians. That's all I have, and Bowen. So, but here's my quarter scale Thor. And it's pretty darn sweet. It's classic. Got the armor plating there. Tons of veinage there in his arms. His arms are gigantic. I mean, he's definitely not of this world. His biceps are as large as his whole skull, I think. They're freaking giant. The cape there, look at that. Pretty cool. You know, I think the original Sideshow has some texturing, which is cooler. It's, I think, better, but I really like this. It's a huge cape. It's really big. But really cool. So, and this is the classic young man Thor. There's the shot of the back. Pretty cool. It's looking pretty good. I really like it. It's almost as if this is just there just in case things go awry and it starts to sag or something, like that'll catch it. It's not touching, but it's almost like it would. The hair on this piece is actually really good, and that's one of the things you might see me nagging about in my videos a little bit, is complaining about XM sculpts, face sculpts, and hair. For some reason, I don't know why. I just got to pick something negative about something. You know, nothing's perfect, so I have to go at it. But the hair on this is actually really good, and I dig it. And this is the classic Thor cape, the way it comes out and hangs down here. It's like a trademark Thor cape, and they nailed that. It's awesome. And he's got the bands there. The boots are actually really awesome. There's a little leather piece. It's like the only thing of mixed media there. This is a rock to hold up the spinning hammer. Just got to rest on that because it's giant. It's almost supposed to slide out. But guys, I just really, really freaking dig this piece. I think this is probably the best Thor for your money. Like, if you ask me, unless you got the original Thor. Hold on. To the God of Thunder. Odin's son. Unless you got the original one, which I would if I could when it first came out. I would definitely be happy with that. But if you couldn't get that, and you were debating whether to get this, maybe someone's selling it for a decent price because I don't think it's skyrocketed. I think this is stable, if not lower than when it first came out. I would go for this. This blows that new Sideshow piece away by far. This is like their answer. This is like their answer to the original Sideshow piece, because I think a lot of people didn't like the posability of that, I guess, because he's looking up, which I thought that was just metal. So what the heck? I mean, I think the original piece is sweet, but I think that was their answer. Like, hey, let's give him a classic Thor, one that could be displayed with, I guess, other Avengers and not up on the floor, like if you're worried about seeing that. But the face sculpt, I believe, was Erick Sosa. I think the body was somebody else. I could be wrong. But it seems to me, actually, honestly, the head is actually a little bit smaller than the body. But I don't give a damn. It's still cool. So we're going to switch out some things, and we will be back. There he is. Here's Thor Odinson. Some close-ups here. There's his pointy finger, his "I'm coming for you" finger. And there's some pretty good work on the veins. They're thick, big blue veins. Pretty gross. But you can see the size of his noggin compared to his biceps. I mean, that takes hours and hours of dedication, but not for Thor. Not for an Asgardian. It's no problem. He just wakes up, he drinks mead, eats lamb. You know, and that's it. You're just come out of bed looking like that. It's pretty cool. There's a spinning hammer effect, which I think is okay. Oh man, I really wish they could have done the clear resin. I mean, you know, just another example of how this is just a giant quarter scale Bowen, because we've seen this in a very classic and sought after Bowen piece, which I would love to have. But I'm not even sure if it's done as well as Bowen's, but that's what you're getting. It's a classic. It's a classic look. It's pretty good work in the belt there. There's the belt. And the armor's looking pretty good. I like those plates. Nice creases there in the pants. You know, it's not a flashy piece, but it's imposing. It's got a lot of presence. And there's the slick boots there. I like those classic boots. Always did, even when I was a kid. Adventures in babysitting, man. Elizabeth's shoe. There's the base. Yeah, very simple. Not much to it. Spin him around here. He is heavy. I think I saw a picture of him broken and he was actually hollow a little bit, but he doesn't feel it. He's very sturdy. I mean, it's hard to turn him on this thing. There you go. Side view there, what that looks like. The back there, the cape flying up. That base. It's freaking cool. Thor there. The helmets are awesome. Yeah, and they come with 2 sets of wings for each helmet. I guess so you can, put on the, you know, the plain-faced one and just switch it out real quick. Maybe make a little display for it. There's the hair I was talking about. I think they did a really good job with the hair on this one. I think it rocks. The helmet's probably my favorite part of the whole thing. I love Thor's costume, the old school. I dig it. That new Thor movie coming out, I just don't know. I mean, I guess he's got a Thor Odinson, the unworthy Thor vibe. Because now they have Jane Foster. Is that her name, Jane Foster? Yeah, Jane Foster, the female Thor. Which is actually a pretty good book. I'm not really into all these, you know, Marvel books. I kind of don't like Marvel at all, but I do like that book. It's okay. Look at this, right here. Right here, get close. It's kind of hard to see. If I get in there real close, right there, that's real copper wiring. So, yeah, keep your crackheads away from that. They will take that. They will take it. Don't let them see it. Don't turn the statue around. They won't even notice it. But I think they can kind of smell that. So just don't let them in. There's a little I-beam there. Some rock. There you go. There's a pretty good picture of the that little magnetic rock addition holding up that gigantic spinning effect. So let's back up. That's what it looks like. I mean, you can see some lightning spinning in it, but man, I don't know. You're either gonna love it or hate it. I mean, there's a lot of statues like that, but I actually don't display it with that. It's okay. I just don't display it like that. Close in there with those guns. Those Asgardian guns are huge. Look at that thing. Big. Alright, so there you have it. That's XM Thor. Okay, here's a size comparison, a quick one. We got XM Studios Classic Thor and Sideshow Collectibles Grey Hulk here. I thought I'd throw these two together to give you an idea, just in case you were interested in this Thor. Maybe if you have the green, you're trying to build an Avengers team or something, you know, which I'm not. I do not like the Avengers. I hate Iron Man. Hate him. Real quick. Thor is 24 inches. Hulk's about 21. Okay, thanks again for checking it out, please. I appreciate all your help, and I appreciate everyone who watches. Comment down there, because it gets lonely. That's why I'm doing this. Not trying to be a big shot, or, you know, it gets lonely out there if I'm a little nerd. So, remember, you know, spade and neuter your pets, and Magneto was right. See you next time.